Hey besties, welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lara Savage. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel, joining as a member. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a rundown of what happened at the Creative Blueprint by Funke Akindele. The event was amazing and I'm going to show you guys the highlights of my own day, like my own highlights, basically not necessarily everything that happened. So the sessions that really spoke to me, I'm going to put them in this video. If you want to learn a lot about how to grow, how to, especially if you're a fashion person like me, there's a session in this video that you would really resonate with. Let's get into this amazing vlog.
Yourself, you're seated beside another fellow awesome woman. So why don't you look at that woman and tell her something really good? And don't be cliche.
You look so beautiful.
Tell her something, that would just boost her confidence. And I'm going to walk around and I'm going to ask what someone told you. If she didn't tell me that you made her smile, or she didn't light up when you said something, then you're not. Especially welcome you to the Creative Blueprint Masterclass by Funke. Because in this room we have women who are bold enough to dream and ready to grow. We will be joined by an incredible lineup of past women. Women who have built brands, shaped industries, and created opportunities, not just for themselves, but for others. These women will be sharing insightful knowledge that will positively change the trajectory of your creative journey. But I need to tell you something. Trust me, I'm not happy about this at all. But I just have to say something unexpected came up. Unfortunately, I will not be joining you physically.
Welcome to the Creative Blueprint Masterclass by Funke Akindele.
I got you. Thank you, everyone.
Oh my God!
Thank you so much. To women who have shattered the glass ceilings and have built sterling careers in sectors across music, film, fashion, tech, and much more. I'm certain that this masterclass will shape someone's tomorrow. But I've learned that growth doesn't happen by chance. It is something you build intentionally. That is why this platform exists. To create a space where knowledge is shared, experiences are passed on, and opportunities are opened. Today, remember, you are here for the opportunities.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
But before we start with our first speaker, we have a talented saxophonist who will set the tone for today, just whet our appetites a bit and entertain us for the next few minutes before we receive our first speaker, who is set and ready to deliver nothing but wisdom. Please make welcome the incredibly talented, globally performed Tomilayo Abolore. A round of applause as we make her welcome.
That it would be good for us to speak candidly to each other. Why you need a mentor, what mentors have done for me, what mentors haven't done for me, and how we can take the conversation forward. Mentorship is often misunderstood as guidance. It is not. A mentor doesn't guide you. A mentor teaches you. Guiding means that I always need to be there.
I'm sat with such powerful women on this panel, Lado, Osas, Jadi, and Ruth. And before I proceed, I'm actually going to start with Jenny. Before I proceed, I would like to say that we're in 2026, right? Yeah. 10 years ago, how many of you know Skinny Girl in Transit? Fantastic. 10 years ago, actually 11 years ago, this was in 2015, I believe, I was called on to come have an audition. So I get into the Indani office in Victoria Island, quite close here. I auditioned, they gave me the script, I did my audition. Jade wasn't around, obviously she was heading Indani at the time. And she wasn't in the studio. So I was about leaving and then she walks into the space. And like, oh, you're going, please just hold on. Just hold on. So she tells us to go set up the studio. They set up the studio at the back. And then she calls me back in and says, okay, yeah, do something. I said, madam, do what? What are we doing? She said, no. Have you watched the show? I said, let me not lie. I've watched snippets of the show. It had just one season at the time. She said, okay, what I want you to play right now is just play the lead character's best friend and colleague. Just do something. Like someone wants to throw her under the bus and you're standing up for her. Just do something. Okay. And I just did something. And there and then, like no too much long talk, Jade just went on to say, you got the role. You got the role. You got it. And I went on to play in maybe 5 or 6 more seasons of Skinny Girl in Transit. One more time for Jade Osiro. So Jade, I'm going to start with this first question for you. How important is collaboration and mentorship in the film industry? And how can young women begin building those relationships? Which is why I started with myself, because 11 years ago, you hadn't met me, you didn't know who I was, maybe you had seen some content, and then I used to make skits on social. So I guess maybe it was from those skits. So tell me, how would you answer this? Like, how important is collaboration and mentorship in the film industry? And how can young women begin building those relationships?
And it can be intimidating to meet people who feel that they're ahead of you, right? But for me, on my journey, some of the people, the biggest influences, and some of the people who have opened the most doors for me have been my peers. And so when she talks about collaboration, I would say collaborating where you are is the biggest way and the quickest way to make progress. Sometimes it can feel like, oh, you want to knock on the door. Whenever I go and speak on panels, people come and meet me, oh, I have a script, I have this, and I ask them, what have you done? Oh, nothing, but I want to work with you first. And I'm not your starting place, actually, no. Go and work with your peers, amongst yourself, shoot something, put up a video of yourself as an actor, as a filmmaker, something you've made, that shows off your talent, and collaborate with your peers in order to get ahead. So I would say that's a big thing.
Question, how I equipped and how I'm disciplined. The fact that I had the dream to be here is no small thing. And I don't want to let my people that have invested their time and their love and their energy in me, I don't want to disappoint them. But first, I don't want to disappoint myself. I don't want to disappoint my God. So it's to have the discipline. It's to have the tenacity and the determination to power forward. That's the start of it all for me when it comes to that.
Ladun, I'm going to ask this. Now, the theme for this year's, Creative Blueprint 2.0 is, and the theme for, Women's Year this year is giving and gaining. But for the blueprint, it's giving today, gaining tomorrow. What opportunities have you intentionally created for other women in the industry, the film industry?
For me, it is to be able to pay it forward. I have been given opportunities. Some I've been given, a lot of them I have taken. Because that's what you do when you're a black woman. You take the opportunity to take up space. So what I do, and especially in film, is essentially make sure, a lot of my team, they're all women, most of them, they're 90% women, because look, I think the way we're wired, we just make balanced decisions. If you are equipped with the right information and time, and you have the opportunity, typically, a woman will make a more balanced decision. That's what I've seen in my time. So I make sure that I surround myself with a lot of smart, intelligent women, and also make sure that even because if you look at film, right, on set, and whether it's acting, there are a lot of successful actors, a lot of successful actresses. But if you look at the back, and the people that are signing the checks, and the people that are green lighting, they're not as many women. You don't see them, but they're making decisions that impact what you see in cinema, on streamers, etc. But there are not a lot of women. So it's something that I have consciously done is that I have taken the opportunity that I've been given. I have taken the opportunity, some of the opportunities that I was not given. I just took up space because that's what you do.
I realized that, and that's the thing that I've come to realize about social media, you could do anything as long as you do it well.
It's not all about visibility, but when you do get that visibility, don't be afraid to be visible, women. I know that as women, we're taught to shrink ourselves and like, don't do too much, don't show too much, don't share too much. But listen, if you've got a solid brand, whether it's content creation, whether it's the service that you provide as Adriana does the PR, whether it's the product that you have, be visible, post yourself, do it afraid.
PR shapes perception, and in turn, perception shapes reality. What do you think are some of the biggest mistakes that brands make when they try to look, and I put that in quotes, look premium instead of actually being premium?
So, and I think it's not just brands, but a lot of people are actually focusing on, I don't know, in this generation or in this visibility movement, there's a lot of focus on, you know, being seen in a particular way, in a particular light, versus doing the actual work, right? Doing the actual work. I would say the key thing is that you can't build sustainably if you do not have value and if you actually cannot do the work. I will try you, and then when I try you and it fails, I will try you again. It's as simple as that, right? But when you are able to back that visibility with actual know-how and actual excellence, then you are unstoppable. So what I would say is, don't focus on just appearing like you have it together, appearing like you know. Go and know, right? So it's very important. When you back that up with excellence, you're unstoppable.
I agree with you because, like they say, packaging can get you into the room, but it's substance that will keep you right in that room. Thank you. So, Ora, you've worked with you've worked across multiple African markets, right? My question to you is, what is the difference between building, especially now that the slogan "Born Local, Going Global" is now a thing? What do you think are the most critical factors that people must consider when a brand is attempting to go global?
Okay, so I think the first thing is, let me use a brand for an example that has gone global. I think the first thing is your positioning and how are you willing to be flexible.
I'm just going to try and focus on the important things that I believe that as a passionate entrepreneur, you need to scale your business. The first thing is what everybody that has come to speak today has said, is structure. It is very important that you learn how to structure early. There's several business owners in the room today who cannot travel because it will mean that your business will stop. It is so important that you structure your businesses early so that when visibility comes and when success comes, your business will not suffer. That's number one. And then when people say, how do I structure my business? Okay, I'm just starting out. I'm a new fashion designer who's just, what do I need to do, or how do I put certain structure in place? The first thing I would like, the first and most common mistake that most of my mentees make would be costing. A lot of people are making money, a lot of people are seeing money in the bank, but they're not making any profits, right? Because you are not costing right. And it's almost impossible for you to cost right if there's no structure in place. So for costing, the most important structure that needs to be in place is your books. Every single expenditure that your business makes has to be documented. Every single thing, even your transport, even if you don't do anything right, just make sure you document how much you are spending so that at the end of the month, you can know how much you have put into the business and how much you have made, and then that way you're able to tell how much profit that you're making. Another thing that I feel like is important for growing your business is, as much as I know that visibility is the new currency, it is important that you do the groundwork. it is important that your business actually lives up to the hype. It is important that your product actually lives up to the hype, because if you get that visibility that you're looking for, maybe you get a viral post on an outfit, and then all of a sudden people want to buy, everybody wants to buy, and then I buy your clothes, for example, and I try, or when I get it, the experience is not so great, or the quality is not so great. You have misused that visibility. So as much as I know now, anybody that calls me is like, Nkiru, how can my business, like, what can I do to get visibility? Visibility is important, don't get me wrong, but in the quest for visibility, please ensure that your products are impeccable, because that is what will keep your customers coming back. You don't want a situation where someone buys something from you, and even though they don't complain about it, they might not come back, right? Another thing, please. You guys, I have to share this example. I said I was going to share this example today. I ordered something from a vendor, a fashion business as well. And then I really liked I liked the way it was modeled on Instagram, and I sent them a DM. And she asked me, I told her the size that I wanted. And then she asked for, the usual delivery address and everything. And then she told me it was going to be delivered in 2 days. And then by the second day, I hadn't received it, so I sent her a DM. And she asked me, are you not aware that there's petrol scarcity?
Can you imagine?
That was what she asked me.
Can you just imagine? The audacity.
Hey, God. I was like, wow. And this is someone that has the potential to do very, very well, looking at her designs. So I have to say this, no matter where you feel you have gotten to as an entrepreneur, there are tons of people who don't know about you. So no matter how big you feel that, you've gotten, maybe you made celebrities wear your clothes, and the hype is coming, please, I beg you guys, the hunger should never die.
Visionary storyteller, a powerhouse producer, an award-winning actress, a trailblazer who has consistently redefined what excellence looks like in the creative industry. From creating unforgettable characters to building one of the most successful film and TV brands on the continent, and has shown us that talent, when combined with discipline, strategy becomes unstoppable. Yes. She's a woman who doesn't just break barriers. Yes. She builds doors for others to walk through. Yeah. A mentor, a leader, and a living blueprint of consistency, innovation, and success. Please, if you are still seated, rise up to your feet as we celebrate excellence and welcome the phenomenal, unstoppable, the iconic Funke Akindele. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise! Make some noise, welcome her! Thank you, please be seated. Let me start from the top. As the speakers were talking, I was catching the nuggets. Did you hear what Tara Droto said? Yes! She was speaking to me. Yes, I learned a lot today. I'm still learning. Did you hear from the panelists? Oh my God, I learned a lot, and I'm still learning. We just have to keep learning. It's never enough. We need to keep taking it in. So congratulations to you all for being in this room.
Thank you.
Because by next year, I can see you in more. Because you are here to invent. Right? You don't think, oh, I'm there. oh, I'm not needed in this room, oh, I'm not yet there. You came, you took your time. In every stage I get to in my life, reinvention must occur. I must evolve.
And guys, that's all I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was fun and I hope to attend the next one. And that's it, guys. Please subscribe to the channel, join as a member, comment in the comment section, like this video, share it in and outside your circle. And until my next video, do have yourself a wonderful morning, noon or night, wherever you are. It's still your favorite content creator and fashion entrepreneur, Lara Savage, signing out.